Good morning, students. This is next chapter in chemistry, that is organic chemistry. We discussed some points regarding this organic chemistry in class 10. Here we will discuss some more points regarding this one. Here the definition for organic chemistry is the branch of science or the branch of chemistry which deals with carbon compounds is called organic chemistry. That means we discuss every time in this chapter about carbon and carbon bonds, carbon compounds. Every time we used to discuss all these points in organic chemistry. In earlier days, the organic compounds cannot be synthesized. We thought like that at that time. But later, the scientist Holler, he was the first scientist to prepare organic chemistry in laboratory. That compound is urea. Its molecular formula is NH2CO NH2. It is made from ammonium cyanide. This is the formula NH4CNO. This is called ammonium cyanide. This is the first organic compound. It was prepared by Holler. Next, the first organic compound made from its element is acetic acid. Acetic acid is the first organic compound which is prepared from its elements. Here this is the first organic compound prepared from another compound. Here this is the first organic compound which is prepared from its elements. Its elements means from carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Next, the second organic compound made from its elements is methane. This is the second organic compound. Next, tetravalency of carbon. Already we discussed about this one in class 10. Tetravalence, carbon atomic number 6. In ground state it contains 2 unpaired electrons, but in excited state it contains 4 unpaired electrons, so that it can form 4 bonds with other carbon atoms or with other atoms. So carbon every time forms 4 covalent bonds in first excited state. The excitation energy for carbon is 501.4 kilojoules per mole. That means what? To undergo excitation it needs some energy. That energy is how much? 501.4 kilojoules. Next, here one point is there. As the percentage of p character increases, then size of the atom increases, then automatically s character decreases. Then En value decreases, because if size increases, En value decreases. Compared to sp hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization, in which case percentage of p character is more here, because here 3 p orbitals are present, here 2 p orbitals, here only 1 p orbital is present. So in which case size is more? In this case size is more. If size is more, En value will be less. That's what here that point is given. Then if p character increases, s character decreases, then size of the atom increases, hence En value decreases. So what is the point here? Among all these hybridizations, in which case En value increases? In sp hybridization, because their size is very less. Next one, structures of organic compounds. Structures, we have seen these type of structures in class 10 already. CH4, that is the first compound. What we have to do while writing the structures? First we have to write a number of carbons. Here only one carbon is present. Around 4 hydrogens are present. Put one hydrogen around each carbon. Then we get a structure of CH4. In this structure, how many sigma bonds are present? 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are nothing but sigma CH bonds. So there are 4 sigma bonds. There is no pi bond. Come to C2H6 structure. C2H6. C2H6. Here, what we have to do while writing the structure? First, we have to mention number of carbons. Then split the hydrogens. Here 6 hydrogens. Put 3 hydrogens here and 3 hydrogens here. Then each carbon forms 4 bonds. This is the structure for C2H6. or we can write the structure like this. So we can put the hydrogens in any direction, not only in particular direction. So this will be the structure for C2H6. Next one, I will show some more compounds. C2H4. In C2H4, what is the structure? First, what we have to do, we have to take first two carbons, split two hydrogens. Here four hydrogens are present. Split them equally. That means here two hydrogens, here two hydrogens. Or you can put this hydrogen here also. Now each carbon forms two bonds. It requires still two more bonds. The two bonds will be present between these two carbons. This indicates that one pi bond is present between these two carbons. So how many sigma bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sigma bonds. How many pi bonds? 1 pi bond. This is the structure for C2H4, or you can write simply like this. This is also the correct structure for C2H4. One more structure, C2H2. Write carbons first. Split hydrogens equally. This side one hydrogen, this side one hydrogen. Now each carbon forms only one bond. Still it requires three more bonds. Those three bonds will be present between these two carbons. So how many sigma bonds? 1, 2, 3. 3 sigma bonds. How many pi bonds? 2 pi bonds. That's it. That is the structure for C2H2. Next compound, CH3 twice CH, single bond, CH3 twice. Now we have to draw the structure for this. CH3 twice, that means this carbon contain two CH3 groups. Here also CH3 twice, that means this carbon contains two CH3 groups. So what we have to do? First to write these two carbons, then write CH3s. These two CH3s present on this carbon. One CH3 this side, one CH3 this side. Or you can write this CH3 here also. Now this carbon also contains same means two CH3 groups. CH3 this side, CH3 this side. Now this carbon contains again hydrogen. This also contains hydrogen. Now this carbon forms how many bonds? 3 bonds. This carbon also forms how many bonds? 3 bonds. Still it requires one more bond, because every time it forms 4 bonds. That one bond will be present between these two carbons. This is the structure for this compound. Or it can elaborate like this. This CH3 also can be splitted like CH, H, H, sigma, C, CH, CH, H, H. Next here H, here CH, H, H, here CH, H, H. So this is the structure for this molecular formula. Here we can find number of sigma bonds and number of pi bonds. Here number of pi bonds is how many? 0. Next, one more structure, C3H6. C3H6. What we have to do? First we have to write number of carbons, 1, 2, 3. Then write hydrogens. Here 6 hydrogens are present. Here 3 carbons and 6 hydrogens. What we have to do? Split equally. H, 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 H. Next, put 2 single bonds between all carbons. Now this carbon forms 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this carbon forms 3 bonds. This carbon also forms 3 bonds. There is no now all atoms are filled here, but carbon valency is not satisfied. So this structure will be wrong. So what we have to do? Some modifications should be changed. That modification is what? Transfer this central hydrogen or this hydrogen to adjacent carbon. Adjacent carbon means either this carbon or this carbon. Then this structure becomes C, H, H, H. Here C, H, H. Don't change this hydrogen. Now central hydrogen, central carbon. This is central carbon. We already transferred this hydrogen to here. Put these single bonds Now this carbon forms how many bonds? 4 bonds. This carbon forms how many bonds? 3 bonds. This carbon also forms how many bonds? 3 bonds. Now what we have to do? Still these two carbons requires one bond. So what we have to do? We have to put one bond between these two carbons. So this will be the structure for C3H6. Or you can write this structure also. Suppose if this hydrogen transfer to this carbon, then what happens? This compound becomes CH, central carbon CH. Now I am transferring this hydrogen from here to here, then that is CH2 becomes CH3. Now this carbon forms 4 bonds, 1 2 3 4, but this carbon and this carbon forms 3 bonds. So what we have to do? We have to put one more bond between these two carbons, then the carbon balance will be satisfied. So this will be the correct structure for this compound. So these two are the correct structures for this molecular formula. Next one, C4H8. What we have to do? First write number of carbons, 1 2 3 4. Then split hydrogens, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here. Put single one between all carbons. Then now all atoms are finished. These two carbons satisfied valence because they form 4 bonds, but these two carbons forms 3 bonds. So this structure will be wrong. So what we have to do? We have to do some modifications. What is the modification? We have to transfer this hydrogen from here to here, and this hydrogen also from here to here. Then what happen? This CH2 becomes CH3. This CH2 becomes CH. This CH2 also becomes CH, but this CH2 becomes CH3. Now these terminal carbons forms 4 bonds, but these central carbons forms 3 bonds only. What we have to do? We have to put one pi bond between these two carbons. So this will be the correct structure for this molecular formula. There is one more structure. There is a possible for one more structure for this molecular formula, that is C. That possibility is what? See, write carbons 1 2 3 4. Put single bonds, then put one double bond here. Now arrange hydrogens. Here carbon forms how many bonds? 1 bond. The remaining 3 bonds are with 3 hydrogens. Here carbon forms how many bonds? 2. The remaining 2 are with hydrogen. Here carbon forms how many? 1 2 3. The remaining will be with the hydrogen. Here carbon forms how many? 2. It requires 2 more bonds. Those 2 bonds with 2 hydrogens. Now number of hydrogens are how many? 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. Total 8. So this is also correct structure for this molecular formula. There is a chance of one more structure for the molecular formula. That is what? Now write carbons again. 4 carbons. Now put double bond between first 2 carbons. Here is single bonds. Now write hydrogens. Here 2. Here 1. Here 2. Here 3. Why here 3? Here it forms only single bond. Why here 2? Because it already forms 2 bonds. Why here 1? Because it forms 3 bonds. Like that we can write a structure for any organic compound. Here one more point is there. That is, here how many sigma CH bonds in this case? Sigma CH bonds are how many? Sigma CH bonds means sigma bond present between carbon and hydrogen. See here 2 CH2s are present. Sorry, 2 hydrogens attached with carbon. That means those 2 hydrogens forms a sigma bond with carbon. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, how many sigma CC bonds? That means between carbon atoms, between carbon atoms, how many sigma bonds are present? That is the point here. Here between these two carbons, pi bonds are present, so double bond is present. Double bond contains one sigma bond. Here between two carbons, one sigma. Here between two carbons, one sigma. So sigma cc means how many sigma cc bonds? 1, 2, 3. That's it. Next, pi c double bond c. That means what? How many pi bonds are present between double bonded carbons? Here double bond carbons are present here only. Between double bond carbon atoms, how many pi bonds? Only one pi bond, because double bond contains one sigma and one pi. Sometimes you may get such type of questions also in CBSE level. So this is the way to draw the structure of organic compounds.